How's it going, guys? So here we have the quarterfinals of the semifinals of the Chatsworth League Cup. On our right, we have Andrew, and he is playing Vespiquen. And on our left, we have Israel Sosa, and he is playing Lucario GX. So we do see Andrew start off. He opens up Combi and an unknown. He's playing Battle Compressor, getting an N and a Gallade into the discard pile. He's playing another Combi from the hand, and he does play Vespiquen for that N that he threw away. So they're both going to shuffle up and draw their prize cards. So we see Andrew do Farewell Letter, draws a card, plays another unknown, Farewell Letter, draws another card. We are seeing EB come down on the bench, and he passes. Israel plays Ultra Ball, discards a Guzma, and I think a Zygarde. Does play Lele, goes for a Juniper. We do see Ultra Ball gets Landorus EX, and then plays Juniper after playing Floatstone and retreating to bring out Landorus. We do see EV be promoted. We are seeing Ultra Ball from Andrew. Goes for the Flareon. Has to do some chip damage to get rid of this this Fighting Fury belt, or not Fighting Fury, Focus Sash. Andrew does go for Tapu Lele, goes for Maxis, brings out the Gallade. He's gonna draw 5 cards. He does attack, but does not do enough to knock out, but enough to make that Focus Sash useless. We do see Karina from Israel Sosa does play Super Scoop Up, brings up the Landorus, and puts it back down and switches it up and retreats with Sudowoodo to attack. We do see Andrew evolve into Vespiquen. We do see DCE on the Gallade. We are seeing an Ultra Ball from Andrew. Gonna go for a Shaman play right now. We're seeing Premonition, so he is shuffling those cards, putting them in back in any order that he wants. Plays the Shaman, draws 4 cards, 5 cards. We are seeing Parallel City, and then we see Sycamore. So he does discard his hand, draws 5 cards. Rescue Stretcher brings back Flareon. Choice Band on the Gallade, does attack. And now it's Israel's turn. Israel goes for Vespiquen. And plays Karina. Goes for the Ultra Ball. And decides not for the Ultra Ball, goes for the Vespiquen. We see Floatstone on Niantic. And he does attack the Gallade and the Vespiquen that's on the bench. Andrew plays Vespiquen. He's going to play N, so they're both going to shuffle up and draw the number of prizes that they have. He's just going to draw 4. Andrew's going to draw 6. Israel knows very well that his Pokemon is going to die. He does retreat, brings up Shaman, and does attack with the Shaman. Actually, very good move on Andrew's behalf. Getting that Shaman out of the harm's way in exchange for taking out a knockout on the Landorus. Israel also plays an N of his own. So they're both going to shuffle up and draw 4 cards. You see Tapu Lele being promoted. Andrew plays Chorus, so he is going to draw 6. We see Combi on the bench. We see Battle Compressor. Gets rid of Marowak, Machoke, and Shaman. You're seeing Special Charge. Shuffles 2 DCs back into the deck. Premonition. Shuffles them up. And passes. Very unfortunate for Andrew not being able to get an attack or a knockout here. Israel does play a chorus of his own, so he is going to draw 7 cards thanks to Andrew putting down another combi. We are seeing Brooklyn Hill. Goes for the Railu, attaches Focus Stash to the Railu. And passes. It is Andrew's turn. He does evolve into Vespiquen. Attaches DC to Gallade. Does play Sycamore, draw 7 cards. Does Premonition. He's putting those cards back in the order that he desires. And attacks the Tapu Lele. So we do see Brooklyn Hill goes for another Railu. Energy on Buzzwald. Tags the Lele that was on the bench for a full knockout thanks to Andrew having 4 prizes. We see DC on Flareon. You're seeing Be a Seeker for N. Plays the N. Israel's going to come down to 2 cards. Andrew's going to go to 4. Premonition. Just going to put those 5 cards back in the order that he wants. He's still trying to figure out how he wants to put them back. Andrew just does knock out on the Buzzwald. Israel brings up Railu, evolves it into Lucario. Attacks the Glade, gets a knockout. Very weird position for Andrew, kind of behind. With Israel being at one prize, he just needs to knock out anything that Israel has, and he will win this match. We are seeing Computer Search. Draws a card. Andrew trying to figure out the math, trying to see if he wants to make another choice. Goes for Vespiquen and attacks. Touches energy and uses a GX to knock out the Vespiquen for game. So Israel does take game 1. They're going to go into game 2. Lucario is a hard matchup. It's a very interesting matchup. It's a very good deck. And Israel piloting it, it's great. It's great to see that. So yeah, Vespiquen did take 2nd place at Anaheim Regionals, so a lot of people are playing it. And Andrew did make it to semifinals of the Chatsworth League Cup with it, so it was a good deck choice for that weekend as well. So yeah, so these guys are going to go into game 2, and we're going to see if Andrew can turn it around and get a win. So Israel does get a mulligan, so he's just going to shuffle his deck and draw 7 new cards. Andrew's going to draw an extra card because of that. He does find a Pokemon in there. So they're going to start off. Andrew does start Eevee, does go for the Ultra Ball, gets rid of the Glade and the Flareon. Goes for Combi. We see another Ultra Ball, getting rid of a Special Charge and a Float Stone. I don't know how I feel about that. Special Charge is a very, very key part of this deck, and getting rid of it so early on, I don't feel comfortable. And I don't know if he runs 2, so that's also another thing. But we're going to see. We do see Maxi straight from the hand. Very impressive that Andrew was able to pull that off. We do see a Choice Band on the Combi as well. We're seeing Premonition right now. And passes. We see Brulette Hill from Israel does go for Diancie. We are seeing Energy on Railu and a Focus Sash. We are seeing Chorus, so he is shuffling his cards and he's going to draw four cards. We do see the Ultra Ball. Goes for another Railu. And does get a knockout on the Eevee. So Combi is promoted. We are seeing Vespiquen on the bench. Combi being played down. Sycamore, so he is discarding his hand, drawing 7 cards. I see another Combi come down. We're seeing Unknown being played by Andrew. Discarding the Unknown to draw a card. Premonition. He's going to shuffle those cards up, put them back in any order that he wants on top of his deck. Thanks to good old Gallade. Andrew does discard an Unknown, draws a Battle Compressor. He's playing it, getting rid of Marowak and Giratina promo, which is interesting pick. I guess he didn't want to deal with Trevenant and just throw away a Shaman. We are seeing Parallel City from Andrew and pass his turn. We are seeing Karina from Israel Sosa getting a Via Seeker and a Buzzwold. Plays the Buzzwold, plays an Energy, drops the Lucario, and gets a knockout on the Combi, on the Vespiquen. Andrew kind of in a rough position right now. Brings up Gallade. We are seeing DCE on the Gallade with a Choice Span. We are seeing Combi and Vespiquen. We are seeing another Via Seeker being played by Andrew. Goes for Sycamore, plays Sycamore, discards the Morchuk because of it, draws 7 cards. Gonna go for a Battle Compressor, discarding an Unknown, and that is the only thing he's gonna discard with that Battle Compressor. His deck looking really thin right now. Andrew's doing Premonition. Rearranges those 5 cards in any order he wants. Puts them on top of the deck. Attacks with Gallade and passes turn. We do see Israel get Super Scoop Up. Plays the Railu from the bench. Promotes it. And does play the Lucario and Energy all over again. We are seeing Israel play Via Seeker Karina. Goes for another Lucario Focus Sash on the other Railu that's on the bench. He takes a knockout on Gallade. We are seeing Vespiquen being promoted and N being played from Andrew. Andrew's going to draw 6. Israel's going to draw 7. Israel's also 3 knockouts away from winning game 2. Israel counting how many Pokemon are in his opponent's discard pile. Wants to know how much Combi's doing. We are seeing Ultra Ball from, or we are seeing Battle Compressor from Andrew. Andrew playing Battle Compressor. Discards the Zebstrika and attacks with Vespiquen. Israel plays Acerola and brings up the Railu that's on the bench, attaches an Energy, and brings down Lucario. Takes a knockout. Andrew promotes Vespiquen. We are seeing Via Seeker brings up Guzma plays Guzma for Diancie and is going for a stall. It's not looking very good for Andrew right now. Israel does play Karina from his hand. Israel's going for the Ultra Ball Zygarde. Plays the Ultra Ball, discards the Zygarde and a Guzma. Brings over an Octillery, evolves it. We're seeing Floatstone. We're seeing auxiliary draws, brings up the Lucario, and does 30 damage to the Vespiquen. We are seeing Via Seeker for N. I don't know if N was the best choice there, because he does have auxiliary, so you can just draw out of it. I would have probably done another Guzma to stall him some more, seeing that he does have a Floatstone already being played. 2 Floatstones I think he already played, so he might be out of Floatstones. But yeah, does put a DC on the Vespiquen. Attacks for full force, and this Lucario lives by 10 thanks to Focus Slash. We are seeing Landorus come down on the bench from Israel's side, and energy going on the Landorus. We are seeing auxiliary draw until he has 5. Retreat the Lucario, brings up the Landorus. Knocks out the Vespiquen and does some chip damage to the Combi on the bench. We are seeing Tapu Lele. We are seeing teammates. Andrew gets 2 cards from his decks, puts them in his hand. It's not looking good for Andrew. Andrew, with Israel only having 1 prize to take, Andrew's kind of in a really, really tough position right now. We do see Rescue Stretcher evolves the Combi into Vespiquen. DC on the Vespiquen that is active. And Andrew ends up passing. Israel does show him that he has Muscle Band and Strong Energy, and that sums up the match. Israel ends up winning this against Andrew, and that ends the semifinals of the Chatsworth League Cup. I was not able to record finals because Israel and Mark ended up being in finals, and they ended up agreeing to a final result. So yeah, so with that said, that will be the end of the Chatsworth League Cup. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video with anyone that wants to see how the semifinals of the Chatsworth League Cup ended up. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.